Cut Push Time Recording, Series Environmental Operations, a how-to guide for series and subcontractor field personnel. Why is proper time recording for cut push so important? It's important to ensure that both the subcontractor and series avoid any payment delays. What do you need to be successful in this process? The first item you need is a copy of the scope of work. Series personnel can reach out to the subcontracting department to get this, and subcontractors can reach back to their home office to get this information. The two examples below show different types of scopes of work that may be available to you. On the right-hand side is a blank time card. This is a standard form that Series uses for this process. Here's our first example. For this particular scope, we notice that it's required to have a skid steer and operator, a supervisor with a truck, and a laborer with a chainsaw, making a total of a 3-person crew. Some key points again, it must have the equipment listed and the people listed. Those people and that equipment must be entered on the timesheet, and the same person cannot be listed on multiple lines. So for this example, we note that it's a skid steer, what model skid steer it is, and that the person running it was the operator. We've got the operator's name and the location. Again, you'll see the same consistency. We've got a pickup truck with the truck identified in the position of supervisor, a name, and a location. Finally, we've got the last item required of a chainsaw with a laborer and the person and the location. Example number 2 is a little bit different. In this particular one, the scope of work has a minimum 3-person crew, but it can be more. And they have some very specific equipment requests. It must be at least one piece of equipment to push and clear, 2 chainsaws, and a pickup truck. The 2 chainsaws is important. That's not an indication that 2 laborers are required, but simply the crew is required to have 2 chainsaws on site. You'll see in a little bit it's important we capture that. So crew number 1 is using a skid steer, John Deere, when the operator is John Smith. They've got a pickup truck for the foreman, Michelle Jones, and they've got 2 chainsaws for the laborer, Jim Shipman. Again, 1 laborer, but 2 chainsaws is required by the scope. Crew number 2 has a front-end loader with Sally Teal operating it, a pickup truck with Paul Walker as the foreman, and again, 2 chainsaws and a single laborer of Jack Tatis. For example number 3, this particular one requires a wheel loader or similar with operator, a foreman with support vehicle and small equipment, laborer with chainsaw, and 2 laborers with small tools. So this is going to be a 5-person crew. So example 1 is a wheel loader, John Deere 744F, operated by John Smith. Pickup truck, Ford F-150 for the foreman, Michelle Jones. This time we've got chainsaw with no multiple indicator and laborer Jim Shipman. We've got small tools laborer Sally Teal and small tools laborer Sean Solomar. Again, this is a 5-person crew, and you'll note that specific equipment that is in the scope must be entered on the timesheet. Some additional requirements to ensure that this process is completed successfully. Each time card is for 1 day only. Do not use the same time card for multiple days. It must be signed by 3 people, the authorized rep for the subcontractor, series, and the client at the end of each day. If you have to make any corrections, strike through them with a single line, and again they must be initialed by all 3 parties, the subcontractor, series, and client representatives. Please do not scribble, black out, or otherwise try to obscure any information that has been put on the time card. Thank you very much, and have a great day.